The Was Scepter. The Was Scepter appears as a tall, straight staff with a forked base topped with an angled, transverse section. Top of the staff is often shaped as the head of some fantastic creature, perhaps the Benin bird, which some people would know as the phoenix. Originally, the Was Scepter may have been a fetish associated with the spirit of sacred animal, or perhaps it was simply a herdsman's staff. The Was Scepter is a visual representation of the concept of the power or dominion. Naturally, its earliest depictions in Kemetic art are found in the hands of gods and goddesses. The scepter is often carried by pharaohs, and in later periods it is sometimes shown in mortuary photos of private people who wielded power themselves. To the right, a harp player performs for the god Horus, who sits in the shrine's roof, upheld by the Was Scepters. Now, variations of the Was Scepter were found in the hands of Osiris and Ptah, and in their hands the Was Scepter was combined with both the Ankh and the Djed. The Was Scepter remains throughout history truly a symbol of power, and you can see its representation throughout history obviously attached with the earliest of gods. And we see depictions of almost every god in that Kemetic pantheon at some point holding the Was Scepter. I'm sure there's some exceptions to this, but we see how important it was for the gods to be depicted with this power. Now, there have been rumors of false Was Scepters that were being created, because what mythology tells us is that this scepter was a conduit of energy. We see so many of the symbols and materials used by the ancient Kemites, like using gold, which is a superconductor of energy, which is why we use it, and combining that with power symbols such as the Ankh and other Kemetic symbols, that these were used to focus natural energies in the universe. So it was indeed a receptacle, a distributing device, and a vessel for power. That is what the Was Scepter symbolized. In the very same way that we miss the understanding of the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark is a tool that for some way either generates or draws in and amplifies power to be used by these humans. And the Was Scepter was something very similar to this. So we see its depiction throughout Kemetic mythology for a very significant reason, because in the hands of its wielder lay true power. It's one of the first staff representations that we see, but we see other gods and other mythologies focus on using a staff as not only a symbol of power, but quite possibly a tool and a vessel through which that power came.